Welcome back to Tanesha's Chronicles. Today we're doing devotions with tea. I haven't done this in ages, but obviously going through a whole pandemic, I feel like right now more than ever is the time to have that devotion with God, delve into Christ, because right now is the time to keep hope alive. I haven't done devotions with tea in ages, so basically all the verses I say here, everything I say here will also be on my blog, which is, I'll leave a link down below. So yeah, like, I hope whoever watches this is literally just a reminder of the fact that God is with us forever, what is going on. So I hope whoever watches this, you find peace, you find comfort, you find hope, you find something. Yeah, so let's get into it. Obviously, being stuck indoors is not easy. Personally for me, I literally feel like I'm sinking back into depression. I feel like obviously I have all these thoughts, all these things going on, and now I'm literally forced to be with those thoughts. I'm literally told, yeah, no, you can't go outside, you have to stop, you have to halt, no more everyday life. So now it's like, oh my gosh, my thoughts are here and I have nowhere to run, nothing to distract me. It's like I'm being forced to relax. But how do I relax when the whole world is right now is literally in a frenzy? Like, what is it? Every day the death toll is going up. People's lives are literally becoming statistics for the news. As in, loved ones are dying, people are losing their jobs, there's so much uncertainty, no vaccine, no idea of when this will end. And it's like, so how do I relax? How do I trust God? How do I keep hope alive? Obviously being indoors for an indefinite period of time, it made me start to think about the story of Noah, and like, because you know how he was on the ark for an indefinite period of time, and I was just thinking, oh my gosh, how did he do it? I even asked my mom, I was like, how did Noah do this one? Because Tanisha is struggling. As in, imagine you're just on a boat, you and your family just floating around. Like, not gonna lie, I feel like we're blessed because we can actually go outside for walks. But this one, like, imagine, so at first it starts raining and you're thinking, oh my gosh, when's the rain gonna end? I know God said he was gonna send the rain, but why is the rain not ending? Next thing you know, the rain ends, so you're thinking, okay, cool, we might just come off this boat soon. Not even. Like, they were on that boat for so long. Me personally, I would have actually just got so stressed. Anyway, so like, eventually my mom gave me an answer after all I started complaining and whatever. My mom was like, he done it in the Lord's strength. And when I heard that, I was like, oh, and I was just thinking, oh my gosh, like, I was really triggered. And the reason I was triggered is because I feel like growing up in a Christian household, I'm supposed to know that. I feel like I'm supposed to do that. To be honest, I know I should do that. I know I should be doing things in the Lord's strength. But I feel like sometimes it's just so easy to buy into whatever is around me, whatever's going on around me, that I even forget what I'm supposed to do. And I even forget that God promised that he would be my strength in Isaiah 40 verse 31. So this led me to think about the power of God, and God being with us through uncertainty and keeping hope alive while we're in our four walls. By the way, I have a laptop because my brain goes low. So yeah, oftentimes I forget that life isn't supposed to be smooth sailing. I feel as though, like, as Christians, we get into this little bubble where we believe that everything will be happy endings. Like, we get a bit too comfy because we think, oh yeah, I follow Christ, so life is gonna be lovely, happy go lucky, whatever. And then when things do start to get a bit, we get a bit aggy. We start complaining. We start thinking, you know what? God is really treating me unfairly. And that's when the faith starts to shake a bit, like, what's going on? But you know what? It was never actually promised that we would never have troubles. Like, even if your health didn't fail or whatever, you'll still face persecution or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Even if it's small, like, Jesus even said himself in Luke 9 verse 23, if you want to follow him, you must take up your cross and deny self. Paul took this even further in 1 Peter 2 verse 21 and said, when we follow Christ, because he suffered, we will suffer too. And it's one of them ones where I feel like we just need to accept that. I understand there's promises, there's love, there's whatever, but I feel like we need to be realistic at the same time. But the good news comes in where Jesus promised in John 14 verse 27, where he says, peace I leave with you, my peace I give unto you. Not as the world giveth, give I unto you. Let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid. So basically, if there's one thing I realized with this world, the world wants you to live in fear. Fear is a controller. The media, they'll release all these stories, they'll hype up things like, like some of these statistics and stuff, yeah, I ain't even talking about corona right now, but like certain things, it'll be the correct statistic, yeah. I don't know how to word it, but they'll make it look like it's more than what it is. So they'll create that panic, that mass hysteria, and then they'll just sit back and watch the results as their pockets get bigger because everything is for money, innit? But Jesus isn't like that. Jesus even said he's not giving us what the world gives us. As Christians, as I said, we were never promised a life of bliss and continuous happy endings. This isn't Disney. We were given the promise of peace through our trials. We were told that Jesus would always be right by our side regardless. If I stop here, right, this should be enough to keep you going. But I'm not going to say it because I have more verses to share. So yeah. Essentially, worry and fear will actually kill you. Fear actually weakens the brain. It can send you into depression. It can cause you to age faster. And it can result in high blood pressure. And there's even more things that it can do. Luke 12 verse 25 to 26. Yeah, I'm going to read from the easy English Bible version. Yeah, it says, even if you are always thinking about your life, you cannot make it go on any longer. Not even by 1 hour. No, you cannot even do a small thing like that. So if you are always thinking about the things that you need, will that really help you? Essentially what I got from the verse is worrying is a waste of time. It won't change anything, fix anything, ease your pain. Instead, we are instructed to seek the Lord and his strength, seek his face continually in 1 Chronicles 16 verse 11. This is because God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. I feel like we all know this verse. This is a verse that you hear time and time and time and time again. Psalms 46 verse 1. The psalmist goes on to say that even when madness is happening right under our feet, he didn't actually say it like this, but I'm saying it like this. When madness is happening right under our feet and the world is in a state of manic, he says we stand fearless. Well, the Message version says we stand fearless in verse 2 because the Lord of hosts is with us. And that's verse 11. The last verse I want to leave with you is a verse to reflect on, right? It's 1 Corinthians 2 verse 5. And it says that your faith should not stand in the wisdom of men, but in the power of God. So yeah, I just took that little snippet from the whole thing because it really stood out to me. And I really love the way the Message version puts it. So it says, your life of faith is a response to God's power, not to some fancy mental or emotional footwork by me, Paul, or anyone else. So basically, when I reflect upon that verse and link it to the verses before, I realize that time and time again, we are shown God's strength. We are shown the miracles he can do. So why do we doubt? Because we give in to fear. We tune our hearts into the hysteria and mania of the world and turn away from trusting God. We forget God's power and thus lose faith. We are no longer responding because we are no longer listening. Noah saw God's hand in the midst of his season. See, you lot thought I forgot about Noah. Yeah. Noah saw God's hand in the midst of his season. God spoke to him and gave him instructions. God led every animal 2 by 2 to the ark as promised. God closed the ark with his own hand. God said it would rain, and sure enough, it rained. So how could Noah, after seeing all of that, then lose hope? And I pose the same question to us. How can we, after seeing all we've seen, experienced, heard, everything we know, lose hope now. I feel like right now would be the wrong time to even give up on God. I feel like more than ever we need to hold on, because if you read Matthew 24, all these things foretold. Jesus sat down with the disciples and he said pestilences will come, all of this will come, but he said this is not the end. And he also promised a beautiful hope, a hope that this isn't, and this is listen, we have heaven to look forward to. That's all I must say. So honestly, just keep in there, stay strong, keep up with your own devotion, keep up with your own prayers, just keep going, because yeah, God is your strength and your refuge and a very present help in a time of trouble. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. I hope it helps someone out there. Remember, you can read this, you can go back to it, you can share verses with me too, because I like verses. I might even put my Bible app thing, so you look at anyone that Bible app thing and we can all be friends. So yeah, thank you for watching.